Hi, so this video we are going to paint some Christmas ornaments, and this one is going to be on using some white chalk paint and some gilding wax. So on this cross, this one is finished, and I'm going to move it up closer to the camera so you can see. And I use some white chalk paint and bronze gilding wax, and I just use my fingers on this. So all you have to do is paint it. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to get this effect. All right, so I went ahead and painted this one white, but I'm going to go ahead and just use some white chalk paint and just kind of demonstrate how to do that first layer, and then we're going to move on to do the gilding wax. So I'm just going to dab that paint on here. And these make some really pretty ornaments. And what's nice about these, you can just put the ribbon right through the loops on the tops of these crosses without having to have an extra loop and not have to worry about, rooting the design. So I'm really happy about that. So I'm just kind of just dabbing it on here. And this is just white chalk paint, nothing exciting. You can get any white chalk paint from any craft store. You can get the Folk Art brand or any kind of white chalk paint. So I'm just kind of dabbing it on here just to get texture. So I'm just dabbing. And I'm just using like kind of more like a medium bristle brush. And I'm just going through here, dabbing it on. Just gonna move this out of the way so you can see. And this is my cap for my gilding wax. So I'm just gonna move these so you can see it a little better. There we are. And I'm just dabbing, getting that texture. My brush starts to look like this after a while, but that's okay. I can just rinse this right off when I'm finished. So I'm just dabbing it on here. Grab a little bit more white chalk paint. Grabbed a little bit too much. And just dab that right off. There we are. And I do like to do a little bit more, like a second coat, just because I feel like with MDF, it just drinks paint. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit more white paint and just dab that right on here. And these go by really fast. Like you can see how fast I just painted that. These don't take long at all to paint. So I'm just gonna dab, dab, dab. You can see how fast that is. And you can even use a bigger brush and go by a little faster. There we are. So this one is all finished. I'm gonna set that one over here to dry. This one's already dry. So we're gonna just move along for the gilding wax. And there are many brands of waxes. I just happen to use the Dixie Belle one. You don't have to use that brand. There are lots and lots of waxes. I have used the Miss Lillian's. I really like the Miss Lillian's gilding waxes. And if you're in my Facebook group, there is a distributor in my group that has discount codes for those. So feel free to join my Facebook group for discount codes on that for the Miss Lillian's products. And there's also chalk paints too available in lots of great colors. I like the Miss Lillian's paints. All right, so here we have this one that's finished, all dry. So I'm just gonna come over here. I put a little bit on, dabbed a little bit on the cap. I'm just gonna rub my finger on here just to get a little bit. You can see I'm just dabbing it on my finger. So there we have just a little bit. You can see it's real pretty bronze color. And I might just tap off just a little bit. I don't wanna start with too much. And then I'm just gonna kind of brush it along with my fingers. Just kind of rub it along. And start out with a little bit at a time. Don't start too heavy because you can always add more, but taking it off is really, it's kind of a pain. You'll have to kind of go back with your white paint. So you're just kind of brushing it on with your finger. Just rub it on there. I'm gonna grab a little bit more, and I'm gonna just lightly brush on. There we are. Just rub it on with my finger. Oops. Definitely get a good hold on there. Now with this file for these crosses, they are pretty sturdy if you do them in MDF. I can't guarantee how they will hold up with birch, but you can see these are really sturdy in MDF. So I don't recommend doing anything with intricate designs with birch, with like that low end birch, because I just feel like it chars and it breaks really easily, especially something you're going to be taking on and off through Christmas tree from year to year, or taking to craft shows. I just don't recommend using birch on really intricate patterns like this. So I just prefer the MDF. And if you're going to paint it anyways, MDF is a lot cheaper. If you're going to stain it, then go with the birch. But I just feel like if you're painting something, go with the cheaper material, because you can paint MDF and you won't know the difference between MDF and birch anyways once it's painted. That's how I feel. Just try to save yourself a little bit of money. All right. And I just like MDF anyways. It just cuts a little more evenly. The last time I bought some cheap birch, it just didn't cut all the way through. There was a lot of glue voids and it just broke really easily. Unless you buy like the really high quality birch. I got some really nice birch from some companies. Like GS2 had some really nice birch. Some Craft Closet had some nice birch. Trying to think of a couple other places. Smoky Hill, some nice white birch. But it's really high quality, and you're going to pay for high quality birch. So just remember that. All right, so here is this cross here, and I'm pretty happy with that. There we are. I'm gonna put my hand there so you can see. You can see that pretty gilding wax coming through, and it just gives it like an antique look. There we go. And that's the one that we just painted, and you can see the difference between the one we put the wax on and the one we didn't. You can see that there. So it's up to you if you want to just leave it white or add a little bit of the gilding wax and kind of antique it a little bit. So totally your preference how you want to leave it. And that's all there is to these. So just another technique you want to try. I'm also going to do something with these trees. I'm probably going to do some dry brushing on these. But I wanted to try some new techniques just to try something new. But I hope you guys like that. And feel free to join my Facebook group. That's Winetopia Glowforge Laser and Crafters, I believe. Big name. And there are some discount codes for materials from Craft Closet as well, and discount codes for the Miss Lillian's products. So feel free to join that. And also there are discount codes for my files as well on Etsy. All right. Thanks for joining, and I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks. Bye.